Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. It's Laura and I'm in the backyard right now, even though we're gonna do a front yard garden tour just because it's a little bit noisy in the front right now. And I'm not gonna be on camera today because I am very sunburned. Anyway, if you didn't see my back garden tour, be sure to check that out because that was the last video. But today we're going to look in the front and do a quick garden tour. We had a heat wave where it was so freaking hot, like in the 90s, so hot for like 5 days. And then we had 2 or 3 days of torrential storms. So lots of damage, lots of things flopping over. I've been working hard because today is like a nice day. Anyway, let's go in the front. Let's have a little tour of the front garden. Okay, let's start in the front here, all the way out by the street. I have some alyssum lining the edges here, and it's grown quite a bit in the past week or so because of the heat wave. And then I picked up a couple of catmints, this one and that one, and this Artemisia, when Lowe's was having that 3 for $12 perennial sale. And I love how the Artemisia looks, but I think it looks like it wants to bloom. And I don't know, but I think it blooms yellow, and I don't like yellow blooms. We shall see. I have a sedum right next to it. All the daisies are pretty much done for. I just didn't cut them yet because I wanted to show you guys a little bit. There's an echinacea over here, just a regular purpurea. And you can see that the deer has been by here and also on my 9 bark there. She chomped a little bit. Some more alyssum up here, and then these are the tie-dye petunias. They're looking a little bit sad because of the rain, but the colors are so pretty. These are from Swallowtail Garden Seeds, and they're gorgeous. They're like various shades of purple. And there's a bunch of ageratum coming up that has self-seeded. And this is pretty much all over. I've got some here, pretty much wherever it was before. So down the strip and in other areas. And then these spiky guys are gladiolas. This is their 3rd or 4th year returning. Last year they were gorgeous. So I'm hoping they will be just as pretty this year. But I think they're going to need to be split maybe. The clump's looking a lot bigger. I might have to dig them up this year and split them up. I actually don't know what this is. It's a weed that I'm letting grow. It might be a primrose. I'm not 100% sure. We'll see when it blooms. This bed has a lot of echinacea in it. It has a lot of bee balm in it down further. And then I have this drift of rose campion. I just cut a ton of it out because it had all flopped over from the storm. These I grew from seed last year, so this is their 1st year blooming because they are a biennial. And the blooms are just so bright. This color is like amazing. The camera is not really doing it justice. This is a spotted bee balm, and I have quite a few of these. These will bloom further down the line in summer. They like it really hot. some spent oxtail daisies. The peony is done for, but the foliage is looking great. More echinacea that's gonna bloom soon. And most of them are the purpurea, but I did grow last year. I grew double decker from seed, and I grew what was it? Oh, green twister. And they grew foliage, but they didn't grow flowers, and now I've lost track of where they are, so maybe some of these will come out different. We'll see. This is a Queen Line Red Zinnia. I have 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. You can see the slugs got to it down there, but they're starting to recover, and that one's blooming. I hope the wind isn't too loud. I also have some salvia in here, and then the taller, darker purple is larkspur that self-seeded from last year. Absolutely gorgeous. I'll show you some more over by the maple tree in a minute. But they are so pretty. I love this flower. So pretty. And then I have a bunch of yarrow in this bed also that's blooming right now. And this is a Colorado yarrow, so it's blooming in all different like pastel shades. There's like peach and coral, pink and white. Very pretty flowers. And I like the foliage on yarrow. It's very fern-like. And it is semi-evergreen as well, so I like to use it on the edges of beds. Some more larkspur and more of everything the same. But this is a cleome. I grew these from seed. I don't know if you guys remember when I planted them in here, they were looking pretty bad. This is the first one to bloom so far, and it looks amazing. It's so pretty. Very whimsical, don't you think? So pretty. And there's a bunch of them in here, so hopefully the rest will be blooming soon. These daisies really need to get cut back. I wanted to leave them in for the video, but I don't know if that was the right decision. I pulled so many weeds, but I still have so many weeds. Sometimes I think I made a little bit too much work for myself with this garden, but it's worth it to me. I love it. All right, let's go down the path here. This yarrow is like not even in the garden. It's like in the driveway. But it's really hard to dig in here. It's like pure rocks. There's a spirea on this side that is like partially in bloom right now. This one got really big this year. I think I'm gonna give it a nice haircut. I'd like to have some more evergreen interest in this area. I really need to work on that. But I'm thinking maybe like a taller evergreen right here. You see I have a spot here that's not being used. This strip, when we moved in 10 years ago, this was just rocks. The rocks are still there. It was just rocks and hostas. And I hated it. I hated it. But little by little, it's getting better. And it's actually, I think it drains really well with the rocks in there. So I don't hate it anymore. This is, I believe, a lemon coral sedum. Look how big it is, though. And you can see all the violets coming through. I have so many violets. They're an abundant weed. I did plant some alyssum on the edges here. And some creeping Jenny. And then on the other side is catmint, nepeta, whatever you want to call it. I do have some nigella back here, another victim of the storm, but they look like they want to bloom soon. I'm sorry, it's kind of hard to see. I just haven't mulched everything yet because it's just so much to mulch. But this is a bunch more of the cleome in here. And then I have this nigella. And then all of these are Serious Blue Salvia. Here's one that's blooming. This is kind of what they look like. Focus. Anyway, it'll get like longer and more beautiful. And then on the arch, I got a couple of things. I have a ruby hyacinth bean vine. That's this one. I also have a sweet autumn clematis that is growing kind of behind it in the ground. And then I planted a couple of pumpkins in here. They're just the little ones, the Jack Be Littles. It might be too much for this arch, but we'll take it one day at a time. You would not believe how much I had to cut out of like this area and the other side as well after the storm. Everything toppled over. It was like a big disaster. But anyway, the big leaves that you see in the back are hollyhocks. I don't know if they will bloom this year because I grew them from seed this year. I started them super duper early, like December, in hopes that they would bloom this year. So far, they have not, but they have gotten really big. So it's promising. And then I have bachelor's buttons. These are black. They're called black, even though they are just like dark purple. Some of them came out light purple, and I am not mad at that because it's still pretty. And then these tall guys are lollipop verbena. Now these were supposed to be a smaller version, like a shorter version of verbena. Like they were supposed to, look at my hands, you guys. They were supposed to be 2 to 3 feet tall. They are like 6 feet tall right now. It's fine. They're pretty sturdy. I wish I could stake everything. Next year, what I kind of want to do is do like a grid system early so that they can grow through it, you know. I was thinking about doing that this year and I didn't. I don't know why. Anyway, this area is kind of a disaster, but it's going to get better. These are liatris. They look like they want to bloom soon. This is a Joe Pye weed right here. Starting to get nice and big. And this is a black lace elderberry that is also putting on a lot of growth. I got this year, like right around Christmas time. And it has grown so much. This is a pussy willow that has black catkins. I got that and this other one which is a purple pussy willow. I got these both from the Connecticut Flower and Garden Show. And they were just like cuttings. And they rooted, and now they're little plants. And they love their life. And it's all good. Back over here, we just pretty much repeated the same thing. So the black bachelor's buttons with verbena and the hollyhocks behind. I do have delphinium in here as well, but they all got eaten by the baby groundhogs. I saw a bunny this morning in the yard and right over where I just was, and I will insert that clip because he or she was cute, but they were not running away, and I was like, what's wrong with you? There you go. Hi. Are you scared? Don't be scared. It won't hurt you. Are you hurt already? Why are you not running away? Some more spent daisies. I did want to show you the chocolate cosmos. These I will be staking because I can't bear to see them like this. Very red, but I still love it. I'm not mad at that. It's so beautiful. And then in my little statue that I showed you guys before in my video, they're looking okay. I have that petunia, which is an alba, Super Bisma alba. Yeah, I mean, you can't really see the third guy, right? His leg is in there. I know that the alyssum is not looking great, but I just kind of want to leave it, I think. Rather than try to switch it out, I think I should just leave it. This Roseanne geranium is huge and planted in like pure rocks. So I love this plant. It can handle pretty much anything. Gotta love that. This pumpkin is almost above the little mesh thing. Once it gets up to meet this branch and start vining on there, I think I can take the cage off and it'll be safe from the groundhog. They really just like the young parts of the plant, which will be higher up. So by then. All right, let's swing around this way over to the maple tree because look at all this larkspur. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, but I feel like it's too tall for this area. These all self-seed over here because I planted them like once. I mean, they do look gorgeous, but they're just so tall. I think next year if they pop up, well, they will pop up again. I'll just maybe give them a chop or something so they're not so tall. Because these ones are even taller than the ones that are in the strip. I also have some more alyssum in here. And these little tiny daisies are fleabane. And that is a weed. But don't they look so cute together? I really like the way they look together. Over on this side, this leprechaun gold columbine is going to seed. So I'm letting it do that so I can collect the seed. And then I think I might move it because I wanted this to be like a little gnome garden and it's kind of right in the middle, kind of in my way. So I'm probably going to move it. I have a couple of hydrangeas in here and some creeping Jenny to kind of provide ground cover over here. should we go this way or this way? I think we'll go this way and then we'll swing around. That'll work. So this is the rainbow garden area that I've been trying to work on. And it is a lot more filled in this year than it was last year. But it still just needs like so many more plants. So we're kind of going backwards here. This is the purple section. This little shrub is a purple sand cherry. And I love it. The leaves are gorgeous. It bloomed earlier in the season like whitish pink flowers. So pretty. I got this. My mom was here. She visited. She got this for me. It's a Boom Chocolata hardy geranium from Proven Winners. This has been on my wish list for a while. It has like a darker foliage, and hardy geranium is just one of my favorite plants. I just love it. It's so reliable. Blooms like most of the summer. So it's just an awesome plant. And then as we go into the blue section, these blue bachelor's buttons have pretty much fallen over, but I'm just going to leave them because they get so bushy that once they fall over, the little side shoots just start shooting up straight. That's what happened to me last year. And so that's fine. I put some water out for the critters because of the heat wave. The raised bed, the groundhogs finally found it. So they ate everything that was in there. That was for them. So I'm not mad about that. But there is, look, a little pumpkin in there. Maybe they'll get to it. Maybe they won't. I don't know. Basically, I've just been throwing like scraps and stuff in here for them. Lettuce, broccoli, whatever. If you want to hear a funny story, yesterday there was one baby groundhog in the driveway eating, and then a fox came running down the street. And I was inside and I was watching the whole thing happen, and I was like banging on the window trying to get the baby groundhog to run away like it was a horror movie and the killer was coming. And it was quite a scene. Anyway, she got away under the house, and the fox just continued on his way down the street. I don't know where he was headed. So this is a Leyland cypress. You can see it's kind of battling it out to find a leader here. I'm just going to let them duke it out until they can make a decision, but I feel like it's going to be this one. So this is the green section. And then as we move into yellow, these looked good literally yesterday. Today they are totally flopped. I'm going to have to cut that. But there's mostly yarrow in here. I put the daisies in here because they have yellow centers. And then I did pop some marigolds in here. Some yellow ones and then some orange ones as we go into the orange section. And the red section, we don't really have anything blooming right now. But there are some snapdragons. Ignore the cardboard. I haven't finished mulching yet. But these bee balms are looking gorgeous. These are from clearance. These were on clearance at the end of the season last year. I'm not sure the variety. I'll see if I can find the tag, but they're in bloom and they look so pretty. Look at these. This one too. And then this hydrangea blooms pink also, like a bright pink. The front section by the road is like kind of like my nemesis right now, because I have to mulch all this stuff. I have to weed it all, and it's the furthest place from the house. I don't like coming out here. I need a better plan. But there's some petunias in here. But look at all the weeds, you guys. I mean, you can't even see anything. Here's one. Now, these are balcony petunias that I grew from seed last year. And then what I did was I saved the seed, but only from the ones that bloomed purple, because they bloom in all different colors. I saved the ones that bloomed purple, and so far they're all blooming shades of purple. I don't know, could just be a coincidence, but I'm happy. This side of the driveway is lined with all lavender, and then behind it is penstemon and sedum and a couple of panicle hydrangeas. These lavender are fully blooming right now. I have a bunch of different types in here, and I think I only lost one, and these were all just clearance plants that I picked up. So I didn't pay more than $4 for any of them. But look at this one. She's huge. The bees are happy. It smells amazing. Let's cut across to the pumpkin patch, and then I think we're just about done. So this is it so far. I need to narrow down the pumpkins. I'm gonna pick probably like 3 for each mound. Now, this fence is very makeshift, obviously, and it's also flimsy, but this, I know that seems kind of counterintuitive, but that's actually on purpose, because my plan, this fence is purely for groundhogs. And if they try to climb it, they should just fall off, because it's so flimsy and it's not secure at the top. So far they haven't been bothering these at all, but last year the groundhog really ate a lot of pumpkin stuff in the back pumpkin patch. This is a new experiment this year, so that's why everything's so kind of temporary. I don't want to commit in case it doesn't really work out. Pumpkins are a lot of work. I have to come out usually twice a day and check them, each plant, and almost honestly each leaf for damage from all sorts of things. Squash bugs and Japanese beetles and those little bugs that are yellow with the black stripes. And I hand pick them and I put them to sleep. Anyway, it's a lot of work, and I need to figure out this entrance situation. But for now, it's good so far. So far, it's good. So anyway, that's pretty much it for the front yard. I thank you guys so much for joining me again in this video. I know the front yard is kind of a bit of a mess compared to the backyard. I'm doing my best. Anyway, I appreciate you so much. Please subscribe if you are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!